Hello, this is Roger Michalski, publisher of Eagle Financial Publications. Welcome to video 3 of our series, The New Wave of Momentum Investing. I'm here again with Nicholas Fardy, who's joining us from London. And Nicholas, we've been talking about the different ways to measure momentum and the different systems we can use, different technical indicators, and how it can be complicated for the individual investor, but there's a way that you've made it a little simpler for everybody. So Nicholas, can you tell us about that?
Sure. Well, let me tell you specifically what I do to identify momentum stocks. I've identified 13 high-performing technical indicators, which I use to identify momentum stocks, both over the short term, the medium term, and the long term. And I recommend stocks when the technical indicators in all 13 of these separate indicators are screaming buy, buy, buy. Now, these technical indicators can seem very complex. They've got names like the 20 to 50-day MACD oscillator, the 50-day parabolic time and price indicator, and the 50 to 100-day MACD oscillator. These may seem overwhelming, but the system that I developed really just the important part of it is that once these indicators signal buy, then you're on your way. Now, as you can see from the example that we have up on the screen, we only recommend those stocks where we've got 100% indication of a buy on all 13 indicators. Now, you have to realize that these stocks are being screened from a universe of 5,700 stocks, close to 1,000 exchange-traded funds, and for any candidate stock to come up on this list, they have to score 100% on each and every indicator and across each and every time frame. Now, in addition to that, I also cross-check with my own proprietary screens for market capitalization, for volume of shares traded, and for the availability of options before I actually make a recommendation.
So yeah, in this case, it's lucky 13 indicators. And again, Nick makes it very easy for you. He's doing all the work for you. But can you walk us through an example of one of these stocks?
Yes, sure, Roger. I've been using these proprietary indicators over the past 6 months in developing a system. And in the recent past, my systems have identified 126 stocks and exchange-traded funds over the past 2 years that have produced double-digit gains, even in a relatively flat stock market. So, for example, we had a 50% gain in the ProShares Ultra NASDAQ Biotechnology Exchange Traded Fund. We had a 40% gain in the Ambarella stock, which is a semiconductor stock, in just a single month. We recorded 20% gains on Visa, 25% gains on Google, 17.1% gains on Kinder Morgan. So a lot of stocks with a lot of double-digit gains.
Yeah, those are amazing results, Nick. And you have a system where you kind of try to look for 20% gains and then lock those in. Is that correct?
Well, broadly speaking, yes. But sometimes if I get a particularly strong stock that has a lot to run higher, if it has enough juice, then I let it go even further. Now, with options, of course, you can let the winners run even more. Sometimes we record some triple-digit gains as well.
All right, so we have a chart of one of your recent recommendations. Nick, can you walk us through that?
Sure, absolutely. Now, this is a stock of LogMeIn, which is a cloud company. I actually know the founder because it was originally founded in Budapest, Hungary, a guy named Mike Simon. This stock is another example when momentum indicators were flashing by on all 13 indicators, and the stock met all of my other criteria in terms of market capitalization, in terms of option availability, and in terms of volume traded. And as you can see from the chart, it continued climbing. Now, in this particular instance, we took our profits when it reached our target gain of 20%. We recommended the share at $89.04 on October 17th, and then told subscribers to take profits when it hit $106.90 per share.
Yeah, that's impressive. So in the system, Nick, what you basically do is you look for that 20% gain or more, as some of the examples you just mentioned. It's kind of like the shampoo bottle, rinse and repeat and do it again. Is that correct?
Well, basically, yes. And then we supercharge the entire process by using options for even bigger, potentially even triple-digit gains.
All right. Well, let's talk about those options in the next video. And I want to thank everybody for watching today's video. And for Nicholas Fardy and Roger Michalski, we will see you in the next video where we'll talk about the option strategy.